Good afternoon. I am Mrs. Dr. S.N. Deshpande, working as professor in DBF Dayanand College of Arts and Science in Microbiology department. Today, I am going to talk with you about the acquired immunity. Before going into what is acquired immunity, let me tell you what is immunity. Immunity is the resistance power to fight with the pathogenic organism and its product. This resistance power to fight with the pathogenic organism may be either from birth in our body or it may be acquired during the course of our life. Depending on this, the immunity is classified as innate immunity and acquired immunity. So, innate immunity, which is also known as inborn immunity, it is non-specific one and it is present from birth. So, non-specific in the sense that any pathogenic organism when enters our body, the resistance power is played by our immune system against that pathogenic organism. So, in this case, there is no discrimination made by the body's immune system, whether it is foreign or whether it is Salmonella typhi or tuberculosis pathogen and so on. So any pathogen when it enters, at that time when the immunity is there, that is known as innate immunity. So it is non-specific and it is present from our birth. However, during the course of our life, after birth, the immunity is developed, and this immunity which is developed during the course of our life, either due to natural infection or either it may be acquired because of vaccination or immunization. This immunization may be either passive or active, and depending on that, the acquired immunity is further classified as the active immunity and the passive immunity. So, acquired immunity we can define as the resistance power acquired during the course of life. And the active acquired immunity is the resistance power acquired as a result of antigenic stimulus. Now, how can we get this antigenic stimulus? This we can get by two ways. One is a natural way and another is artificial way. So, when we get infected naturally, so due to ingestion of contaminated water or food or due to inhalation of the air containing the pathogenic organism, when somebody suffers from the infection, during the infection, the individual immune system of the individual plays the role of developing the resistance power to fight with that pathogenic organism. In that case, it is known as natural active acquired immunity. However, we can artificially also develop the active acquired immunity. How we can do it? By vaccination. So, in both of these cases, natural and artificial active acquired immunity, there is the role of our immune system. So, our immune system is actively playing the role for developing the resistance power in our body to fight with the pathogenic organism. Hence, it is called active acquired immunity. However, if the immune system somehow is not working, in that case, how we can get the immunity, how we can acquire the immunity? For that purpose, passive immunization can be done. So, acquired immunity may be passive, and this passive immunity is nothing but the resistance which is transmitted through the ready-made form of the antibodies or the active lymphocytes, T lymphocytes especially. When they are injected, then one can acquire the resistance power to fight with the pathogenic organism. Further, this passive acquired immunity is divided into two types, as natural passive and artificial passive. Natural passive immunity is developed when the antibodies from the mother, they are acquired from mother to baby. So that is the best example of natural passive acquired immunity. However, artificial passive acquired immunity can be developed by injection of ready-made antibodies, and this is done especially when the older people, they suffer from certain infections. In those cases, the immune system in these people is weakened, and in that case the ready-made antibodies will work for fighting with the pathogenic organism. So injection of ready-made antibodies is the artificial passive acquired immunity. Now, as I had told you that during our course we develop the acquired immunity either by natural infection or by vaccination. So what this vaccination is? Vaccination is nothing but the process of injecting a vaccine. What this vaccine is? Vaccine is nothing but the preparation of live attenuated or killed microorganism or their products used for immunization. So live attenuated means what? Attenuation is the process wherein the pathogenicity of the pathogenic organism is either nullified or reduced. That process is attenuation. So, depending upon whether the preparation is live attenuated or killed, the vaccines may be live vaccines or killed vaccines. Best example of live vaccine is BCG. This BCG vaccination is carried out to prevent tuberculosis disease, which is caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. However, Sabine is another example of live vaccine which is given to prevent a viral infection, poliomyelitis, which is caused by poliovirus. The examples of killed vaccine include cholera vaccine, which is used to prevent cholera caused by Vibrio cholerae. TAB vaccine, it is a mixture of the killed suspension of Salmonella typhi, Salmonella paratyphi A, Salmonella paratyphi B. That's why it is called TAB vaccine, and it is used to prevent typhoid. And the third example of a killed vaccine is Salk vaccine, which is used to prevent the poliomyelitis, a viral disease caused by poliovirus. Now, amongst these two vaccines, live and kill vaccines, which is more effective and which is more long lasting? The answer is live vaccine. So, there are the differences between these live and kill vaccine. Live vaccines are they are the preparations which are obtained by attenuation of pathogen. However, the killed vaccine contains the killed pathogen. The live vaccines, they are long lasting as compared with the killed vaccine, which are short lasting, because in live vaccine there is continuous stimulation to the immune system of the pathogenic organism. So therefore they are long lasting, and therefore booster doses in case of live vaccines are not needed. However, in case of killed vaccine, the booster doses, they are necessary. Generally, the live vaccines, they are injected orally. However, the killed vaccines, they are not effective when they are injected orally, and hence they are injected via parenteral route, which is supposed to be the good one. The live vaccines, they are more immunogenic as compared with the kill vaccines, because in case of kill vaccines we are either treating the pathogenic suspension with the solvent, or the heat is used, and in that case the immunogenicity of some antigens, that is lost. So these are the differences between the live and the kill vaccine. Now, as previously we were discussing about the active and the passive type of immunity, which are the subclasses of acquired immunity, there are the differences between active and passive immunity similarly. Active immunity shows that there is the active participation of immune system. However, in passive immunity, the immune system is not playing direct role. Active immunity is induced by infection. However, passive immunity can be achieved by injection of ready-made antibodies or the T lymphocyte transfer. Active immunity, when is observed, we find that there is a lag period which is observed after injection of vaccine or infection to achieve the active immunity. Such type of lag period is not observed in case of passive immunity. Directly you get the immediate resistance power in case of passive immunity. In case of active immunity, immunological memory is present, which is not found to be associated with passive immunity, because we are injecting ready-made antibodies. So there is no question of generation of plasma and memory cells, because in case of active immunity, the B lymphocyte which get differentiated into plasma and memory cells, the plasma cells actually form the antibodies, but the memory cells, they keep the memory about that antigen, which is not the case in case of passive immunity. The active immunity, in case of active immunity, booster doses, they are effective as compared with the passive immunity. And negative phase may occur in case of active immunity, which is not found with passive immunity. Means what? When you inject a vaccine, for example, whatever the antibodies in small quantity they are present, initially, in that case, those antigens from the vaccine will react with those antibodies, and temporarily there will be the decrease in antibody content of the serum. Later on, once the B lymphocytes, they are activated and get differentiated into plasma and memory cells, then the exponential rise in the concentration of antibodies is found. So therefore, in active immunity, initially you can get the negative phase, which is not associated with passive immunity. Active immunity is not applicable, of course, in case of the persons who are immunodeficient. However, passive immunity is carried out, or it is applicable in immunodeficient persons. So these are the differences between the active and passive immunity. So in short, acquired immunity is of two types: naturally acquired and artificially acquired. Naturally acquired immunity further is classified as active and passive. Active naturally acquired immunity can be obtained by the process of vaccination or natural infection. However, the active artificially acquired immunity is not so obtained. So this is about the acquired immunity.